This is the Headbanger's Almanac. Welcome to the Headbanger's Almanac. My name is Will. I consider myself a metalhead, but I missed a lot of shit growing up. So I'm going back through heavy metal history to listen to every album ever released, ever. So without further ado, let's delve into the metal archives. Today we're talking about Black Sabbath's Paranoid. It's their sophomore album. It was released September 18th, 1970. Contains 8 tracks, 42 minutes long, and probably, with the exception of one song, could be considered just a collection of, like, it's a greatest hits album. There's so many good songs on this album. It's crazy, like from front to back. Again, with one exception, at least as far as I'm concerned. So we open with War Pigs, which was originally called Walpurgis. It was supposed to be basically likening warmongers to the real Satanists, because the Vietnam War was going on at that time, and Butler was actually very much against it, and they were calling these people evil, which is very fitting, but you know, that's where it came up with. But they eventually changed the title to War Pigs, and it was actually going to be the title of the album, but the record label thought that Paranoid was a stronger song. This is evident in the cover art. I don't know if you can see it over there, but that is supposed to be some dude dressed up like a pig with a sword and shield, like, you know, a war pig. But they end up changing the name of the album itself, but not the cover. So we move into Paranoid, which is the actual title track now. Very fast and hard-hitting song. The bass line, which is supposedly lifted right from Led Zeppelin's Communication Breakdown. Just a really good, fast-paced, awesome Black Sabbath song. And I actually remember it from my days with the Super Nintendo. There's a little game called Rock and Roll Racing that came out in 1993 that had like 6 tracks, and this is one of the tracks that were digitally moved over to the Super Nintendo. So I have fond days of, like, in my little hovercraft as this cat-like monster Ivan just tearing up the track on the Super Nintendo. The game was developed by this little company called Silicon and Synapse, and they turned into this company that you may have heard of, Blizzard Entertainment. So just a small company that barely anybody knows about made this crazy racing game that I fucking love, and I would enjoy to play to this day, but had like one of the best soundtracks, just 6 ripping, rocking tracks, Paranoid being one of them. So then we go to Planet Caravan, and this is probably the blight for me on this album. It's the oddball song, which I typically gravitate to, like you'll see in future albums. Like, I do love the songs that don't typically fit onto the album. This is just, it's a different take on a love song, basically. Like, everybody's taking out their girls to, like, you know, diners and what have you, and out to the movies. Well, this tells a tale of floating through the galaxy with your loved one. So just kind of passing by all the planets, hence the title Planet Caravan. But the tempo is like snail's pace. It's a 4-minute and 30-second like song, and it feels like it's about 2 minutes too long. People talk about having to be super drunk to appreciate it, or have mind altering substances, and I've never been drunk enough to appreciate this song. I still think it's probably one of the worst songs that they've ever put out, let alone on this album. And I've even like moved it. Like, I thought maybe placement was weird because it's literally the 3rd track. Like, you have War Pigs, you have Paranoid, and then you go down to this song, and then you go into Iron Man. And I'm like, maybe it just doesn't belong on like side A. So I started moving it into the whole album, like trying to find a better spot. And overall, I just find it better when I just hide the track and I don't have to listen to it, because then I have 7 solid songs that turn into this great album. So I can't find a good place for Planet Caravan. I believe it probably is a good song, just not for me. It's not for me. So then I just said, you know, Iron Man is our fourth track, and I think it's funny that this is often associated with the Marvel character. However, this song deals with some dude going to the future, seeing the apocalypse, coming back through time, gets turned into metal because of this electromagnetic storm, and then all the people are like avoiding him and shit like that and ignoring him, and then they mock him, and then he turns around and takes it out on all the people. So yeah, actually creating the apocalypse that he had witnessed in the future. So not at all like you know, our friend Tony Stark, who blares us at you know, at 11, you know, at volume 11 throughout the movies and stuff like that. So just funny that people associate the song with Iron Man, this hero, this great hero. And the dude in the song is not at all a hero. So this also has one of the best B-sides ever. My two favorites being Hand of Doom and Fairies Wear Boots. And you should absolutely go listen to Fairies Wear Boots. I mean, you should listen to this album from front to back, but Fairies Wear Boots just needs a lot more credit. Very fun song to put on. Just very jammy and stuff, and I love it. So the score. So we talked about the score before, and I have this crazy algorithm that I put forward with the score, where I take the number of tracks that I love and I divide it by the total number of tracks, and then I do some multiplication and division and addition and calculus on, and I think I'm just going to embrace the decimals. So we typically just do the total number of the songs I love divided by total number of songs. So there's 8 tracks on the album. I love 7 of these tracks. 7 divided by 8 is like 8.75, which gives us a 4.38 star rating after I do my cleanup. And I think I'm going to embrace that. This album is 4.38 stars. It's should be a perfect album, but they put fucking Planet Caravan on there. They doubted it when they did it. I agree with them. They should have left it off of there. I don't know why it's turned into this great song that people enjoy. I don't enjoy it at all. I skip it every chance I get. And this should have been a perfect album. And it will be a perfect album when you hide Planet Caravan on your playlist. so there it is. And I know I'm going to get flamed for that, but I fucking hate the song. So and then I guess if we are embracing the decimals, I do want to go back and retract my previous grade for their self-titled album Black Sabbath. That is now a 4.29 star rating. So again, I liked 6 songs out of the 7. 4.29 stars for Black Sabbath self-titled album. This is 4.38 stars. So if anybody cares about scores, there was slight improvement on this album. It's a perfect album. It should be a perfect album if not for Planet Caravan. I can't stress that enough. So let me know what you feel about the camera. The camera's head on instead of off to the side, and I actually found this awesome plugin where I just have all my notes there, so I don't have to look to a completely different screen to look at it and stuff. So hopefully this is a better setup. Maybe I make more eye contact with the camera. I don't know. We're gonna try it. And then I'm actually going to try some new editing software. I don't know if you know this. It probably shows. Last 2 videos were edited with Windows Movie Maker. Yes, I'm still using Windows Movie Maker, but I'm going to upgrade to, what is it? DaVinci Resolve. So we'll try DaVinci Resolve today. We'll see how the video comes out. We'll see if these are improvements, but I think this is pretty much it. Keep it simple, stupid. I think that's what they tell you. So album art on the left-hand side, or it's my right, your left. Maybe no, it's still your right. I'm sorry, it's my left, your right, and then my little icon in the corner there. And I think this is pretty much the formula. And then we just talk about albums. So we have one more album in 1970, and then we'll be moving on to 1978. That's usually how it works. I don't know if you guys know that. Stick around, have fun. I have no idea how to end these videos, but have fun. Listen to some Black Sabbath Paranoid, except for Planet Caravan.